Hi, my name is Jewel Bozeman, aka Platinum Jewel. So I first got interested in real estate because I purchased my own home. And going through the process of purchasing my home, a light bulb just turned on for me, and I got to see the wealth that was in real estate, and I also got to tap into that feeling of just owning property. And so at that point, I knew that this was something that I wanted to research and I wanted to get more information about, and that's what ultimately led me to finding out about wholesaling and then deciding that I wanted to dig deeper into the idea of wholesaling and back that up with a mentor. Well, the process for looking for a mentor started off with me just getting on YouTube, actually. I didn't have a lot of wisdom and a lot of education about wholesaling or about mentorship, so I did what most people probably do. You do a Google search, and then that led me to a lot of different YouTube channels of different mentors and investors and wholesalers, just kind of, making their own home channels, and even a couple mentors advertising their mentorship program from YouTube. But after a couple months, I just realized that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to be more in-depth and in person. I needed that face-to-face experience. I needed that hands-on experience, and I really wanted something that would allow me to stay in the city that I was in but still get help where I was at. Hands-on experience was important to me, first and foremost, because that's the type of learner that I am. I'm a visual learner. Some people, you can tell them what to do and they get it, but for me, I need you to show me. It's easier for me to understand a concept if I see you do it and you show me how to do it. It was also important for me because this was a big thing. Going into real estate wasn't just something I wanted to do because I was bored. It was something that I felt was going to bring my family financial freedom and literally was going to change the entire legacy of my children. So it was important for me to get with somebody in person so that I can actually learn how to do it and teach my children how to do it ultimately. I ultimately chose to work with Mr. Tycoon. Initially, I was referred to him by my realtor. Working with my realtor during my own personal home buying process, we got to know each other and we grew somewhat of a business but personal relationship, and I grew to have a lot of respect for her and her opinion. She's a great professional in the real estate industry, and so she was my first point of contact. I knew if anybody knew who I should go to, it would be her. And Mr. Tycoon was one of the few people that she told me to get in contact with. So what I did before contacting Mr. Tycoon was I followed a few people on Instagram, and I even turned on my post notifications for all of their pages. And through just observation and thorough research and prayer, I ultimately called Mr. Tycoon and contacted him because of what I saw him doing on Instagram, and I gravitated towards his hustle, towards his dedication. I liked what I saw him delivering, and I also liked the fact that he was working with people and he was helping people reach their goals and their milestones, and that was exactly what I was looking for. So my first deal happened about a month into me working with Mr. Tycoon and Flip Squad. It came from driving for dollars. I got in my vehicle and I drove around the neighborhood and I wrote down the addresses of the distressed or abandoned properties that I saw, and I contacted the homeowner. It ended up being a probate deal because the homeowner had passed away, and so I reached out to her son, which was her closest relative, and he took ownership of her property. And so after going through probate, we closed the deal with him, and it was very successful.
How much did you make?
The deal profited $30,000.
Wow.
Yes, my first deal. The feeling that I got when I was handed the check for the deal it just was a peace that you can't really explain. You just have to experience it. Growing up, I never saw that kind of money, especially not at one time. And after working for 16 years, I started working when I was 14. I never made that amount of money even in a year. So just to reach that level of success and financial freedom, it's like, I don't know, you can't really explain it. You just have to experience it. But it's an amazing feeling, especially when you've only dreamed of being able to do it, and then to actually do it, it's amazing. The great thing about Mr. Tycoon is he really stresses mindset. In order to be successful in life, you have to have the right mindset. And one nugget that I take away from being in this group and being under his leadership is, as long as you're willing to work hard and you're willing to put in the discipline and the dedication, whatever your dream is, it's real and it will come to pass. You just have to believe in yourself, and you just have to put the work into it, and everything else will happen.